there'll be nobody left behind to grieve, and we will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement, an inspiring achievement. Yes, we all will go together when we go.
And I'm not entirely sure if this is my blood or the blood of some random king member from earlier. This is why I'm starting to think twice about my current employer right now. What's next? Am I supposed to put a bomb in Caesar's tent with a countdown timer of 2 seconds? Well, hello there, Ambassador. Did I ever tell you what a nice suit you have? Thank God it's not covered in blood right now. Go ahead and guess why I'm so jealous.
Hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Freeside situation?
Oh, do I? Did the smell of blood give that away somehow? You know, it is entirely possible I just murdered a dozen people and rolled on top of their corpses. Either way, you can probably tell that something just happened.
Yes. How did it go?
I think you probably have more information than me, but let's go through the list. First, your men place the king under house arrest. Then they tell him I'm somehow the one to point the finger at, and all of that happened right in front of Pacer and his friends. Shockingly, things got a bit out of hand after the king accepted Shu's deal.
Good, good. Shu's a man you can count on to handle a crisis. I'm just glad that things didn't end in violence. Here, this is what remains of the funds initially allocated for this operation. Also, I've been directed to send you on to Colonel Moore at Hoover Dam. She's been following my reports on your exploits with some interest. As I don't have any further assignments for you, I'd recommend going to see her if you need more work.
Oh, absolutely, Crocker. Nothing violent happened at all. No, sir. Enjoy the paperwork, because for once it's gonna be blood and guts free. Also, tell the good colonel that she's gonna have to wait. I'm a busy man, you understand? Even if I'm sticking with the NCR, she's hardly the first one to ask me for help. Christ, I still haven't updated all the radio frequencies for that lady at Forlorn Hope. Damn, the ones I have are probably already out of date again. Well, I guess we really won't be going straight to the colonel, boys and girls. Isn't that a crying shame? I guess we'll have to go all the way to another ranger outpost to drop these codes off. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking we should head for the one in the southeast. So what's wrong? A little legwork for the NCR is too much for you, Arcade? Must be all that sitting down you were doing when I found you at the Warman Fort. I thought the NCR and the followers had the thing going for a while.
The NCR had a chance to use the followers' skills before, but being imperialist mattered more to them.
Oh man, you must have balls of steel to say that in front of Boone. I'd be careful if I were you. I'm not sure what his limits are. I mean, he hasn't shot me yet, so it must be pretty damn high. But God help you if you actively work against the NCR. Either way, you won't be having much of an opinion on anything if you do that. Oh, son of a bitch. I thought I wouldn't have to see any more of you guys. This is what happens when we go back to the wilderness instead of staying in Vegas. Well, as long as we stick to the road, there shouldn't be a problem. I am not in the mood for shooting wildlife. Oh, but you are, apparently. Okay, guys, I know this trip hasn't been the most eventful so far, but holy crap, can we not start shit just for the sake of it? Jesus Christ. Oh, well, never mind. Resume the shit, resume the shit. Oh, God. Oh, double up the shit. Double it up. Put your back into it. Okay. Yep. Keep those things away from us. Are you watching this, God? I would like to lodge a formal complaint to your design team. They're running out of ideas. Seriously. Fire-breathing geckos. Do you really hate us that much? Well, nice to finally know where we stand. Apparently, simply upping the size of these things is too easy. Whoever's in charge of this mortal realm is displeased with humanity's recovery after 200 years of getting shat on. Well, good thing Rex here is fireproof. The rest of us, however, are not that lucky. So, do we have to wait for another 100 years before the NCR gets around to clearing out these things? How many caravans get lost every year because of shit like this? Cass will probably know.
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads.
Not quite what I was getting at, lady. Holy shit, I know I like your style, but are you seriously trying to see how far you can push our Team Sniper here?
Well, as long as those companies were run by men. And that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. But I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
Bullshit.
Oh, and there goes the gauntlet. He's ready to take the shot. Are you still gonna stand by your claims there, Miss Cassidy? Last chance.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas you could see it from the wall.
Man, where were you when Boone was herding me around at McCarran? The things I had to do to help them out?
Don't get me wrong. NCR needs the help. Sometimes I wish they'd step up more on their own. Not sure saving them helps them in the long run.
The only way to ensure relative safety and independence for the people of New Vegas is to prevent others from taking control of the region. That means no NCR, no Mr. House, and no Legion.
You ever feel like you're getting outnumbered here, Boo? I don't know how fast you can fire that rifle of yours, but I don't think it's gonna be fast enough. Man, these Ranger fortifications are really not inspiring confidence in me. Seriously, a bunch of wooden planks and corrugated steel? You could do better than that. Oh, hey, are you one of the Rangers here?
Yes.
Okay, can you show me where the radio operator is?
I'll gladly fight at your side.
Well, thanks. I wanted some directions, but I'll be sure to give you a shout next time I'm getting shot at. Don't you worry. Well, good thing the radio shed is nice and obvious. I'm also impressed with just how structurally sound it is. It would be a disaster if this thing collapsed under its own weight during a Legion attack. Can you imagine the inconvenience?
Hey.
Gotta wonder what the hell a civilian is doing here.
Yep. Turns out I'm still just a civilian to these people. Well, I'm really sorry. I thought this was a service station where I could pull down my pants and empty my bowels. So why don't you enlighten me? What is this place?
Ranger military outpost. We're keeping an eye on the Legion activities south of here at Cottonwood Cove. Nothing going on down there at the moment. Just the usual slave trafficking. Poor bastards.
Oh, that sucks. You know, the whole slavery thing. If only someone could, I don't know, do something about it instead of watching and bitching about it, what a wonderful world that would be.
Believe me, I would love orders to take Cottonwood Cove apart and kick the Legion back across the river. But the brass at McCarran doesn't want us to waste resources on something they consider a minor target. So we just get to watch.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure you guys are doing an excellent job at exactly that. I am being very sarcastic, by the way. You're gonna have to put up with it. But the funny thing is, I'm not sure you're even doing a great job just watching. They probably already know you're here.
Undoubtedly. Rangers are tough nuts to crack, though. And any force small enough to launch a surprise attack isn't going back in one piece. On the other hand, if the Legion goes for a full-scale attack, we'll see them coming, fall back, and wait for reinforcements. So we know what they'll do, and they know what we'll do, so we just sit around and keep an eye on each other.
And I can think of no better way to spend the taxpayers' money than that. Well, I'll leave you to it, but first, you're gonna have to update your radio codes. These are from the operator at Camp Forlorn Hope. What, you thought I really am just a civilian? Fuck you, buddy.
What, again? Didn't I just change those damn things? Alright, fine. Show me the new codes.
Hey, that's not my problem. You can thank good old bureaucratic fuck-ups for that.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't have your head stuck in the clouds.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time.
Yeah, and no thanks to you guys. Go kick them out of Cottonwood Cove, and then you can celebrate. Okay, I think I can see a problem right there.
I don't remember getting informed about any new transfers to this post.
No, but if you keep this up, you're gonna lose a few people. You are aware you have radioactive waste in the middle of your camp, right? Unless you're telling me you're intentionally trying to turn your men into ghouls so they can become resistant. Ah, clever. Fucking devious, but clever. That is what you do here, right?
The Legion's got a major crossing point down at Cottonwood Cove, so we keep an eye on them from up here. You know, if McCarran would send us some more men, we could do more than watch.
Hey, don't shatter the illusion, man. Otherwise people are gonna think you're just a fucking idiot. And do you get a lot of opportunities to test out your new bioweapons?
Skirmishes, mostly. The Legion raiding parties usually fall back when they know it's us they're up against.
Wait, that's it? That's all they've been doing to you? Well, what's the reinforcements for then?
The Legion's been sending raiding parties across the river in larger numbers lately. We don't have the men at this post to intercept them all.
Well, clearly you don't need to. Something tells me you could just march straight in there and they'll run away in fear, especially if you have your bioweapons leading the assault. Either way, it's getting pretty clear to me that once again, this is something I'm gonna have to take care of sooner or later.
Carry on.
Don't mind if I do, because clearly that's all you guys are good for as well. Just carry on and ignore everything. What a great message for the civilians out here. I can't wait to sign up and do fuck all every day. That's a hell of a lot easier than breaking my back doing farm work. Have fun sitting on your backsides, everyone. I hope you all get sunburned. And that was the Rangers, boys and girls. What the... Oh, yep, okay, I found where they got their power juice from. Yeah, why did you just build your camp around that thing instead? So, I believe we were just talking about how useless the NCR is out here. I'm not sure if there's anything more we can add to what we just saw.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes if some new officer gets assigned a route. The fees just get worse.
Well, if that's what's important to you, I think we could probably go down there and ask the Legion about it personally.
This stops right now.
Hey, the truth hurts, alright? I don't think you can hold it against us for speaking facts. If the NCR is as perfect as you think it is, this war would be over by now.
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
First of all, why am I not surprised? Secondly, I think it's a bit late for that. Everywhere I go, I see soldiers getting fucked, one way or another. Never quite literally, if you can believe that. Unless you want to count that woman from 1st Recon, but now we're drifting into hostile territory, and I can hear Boone stroking his gun again.
So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
Look, I know the NCR has problems, but
But you what? Seriously, what can you possibly say at this stage? Aside from Eddie, you've been traveling with me the most by far. You've seen how these guys operate from an outside perspective. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. What the? Who's shooting at us? Guys, we're not actually here to... Oh, Cass! What are you doing? I mean, I can see what you're doing. You're shooting at legionaries, but that's not... I mean... Shit. Look, just put your gun away and stay down, alright? Fuck, they're gonna see that corpse rolling down the hill, aren't they? Okay, now might be a good time to mention that we're not actually here to attack Cottonwood Cove, as much as I want to prove those rangers wrong. In fact, you could say that I'm being invited over to have a little chat.
What?
Huh? Caesar is going to enslave or kill everyone in the Mojave.
if there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's working with some dog of the Legion. You've got some explaining to do.
Hey, first of all, I don't have to explain shit. I thought we already went through this a long time ago. Second of all, this was not my idea. That doghead guy approached me on the strip and gave me this weird trinket that's supposed to give us safe passage.
So, Mr. House doesn't care that one of Caesar's most notorious Legion spies is walking around on the strip. Either that or his Securitron's AI is too primitive to recognize the threat. Neither answer is particularly comforting.
No, when you put it like that, it's fucking terrifying. Thanks for ruining my sleep tonight, by the way. Look, obviously Boone is staying right here and keeping a lookout, but the rest of you, think about this. What's gonna be easier? Full frontal assault against their defenses or taking them out from the inside? And I'm not stupid, Boone. You're gonna have full coverage of the entire area from here. So if you're absolutely convinced that I'm getting nostalgic for the Roman Empire, then you can blow my head off anytime you wish. Just make sure you don't miss, because if it turns out you're wrong, then I'll kill you myself, and you will see me coming. Now, do you have any objections to that? No? Good. The rest of you can either stay with him or come with me. Either way, this discussion, which isn't really even a discussion, is over. Well, if all else fails, at least I know you guys have my back. You think I asked for any of this? I mean, yes, I want all the attention in the world, obviously, but not necessarily this kind of attention.
First Vegas, now NCR and Legion. You're being courted more than a rutting widow. Hope you can answer them politely, or there's no safe place in the Mojave for you.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. But hey, the look on NCR High Command's face is gonna be priceless when they catch wind of this. Besides, even if I reported this to Crocker or Moore like a good little soldier, what do you think they're gonna make me do? Throw this mark into the fire to prove my loyalty? I would like to at least hope that they're not that short-sighted. This opportunity is way too special to pass up. And of course, you guys had to be trigger-friendly and almost ruined everything. Well, if they ask, I'm just gonna point at you and say it wasn't me. Well, I guess now we can be sure this is a Legion camp. Yeah, nobody else shares their unique taste in artistic expressions. There's only so many shades of red you can paint using blood. Well, at least this one managed to get down before dying. Either that or the guy with the hammer and nails wasn't very good at his job.
Should kill all these slavers.
Hey, do us all a favor and keep that to yourself. Something tells me this mark is only good for a single use, and I'm sure as hell it's not bulletproof, especially if it's made of actual gold. Either way, I know these guys have a sensitive ego, and I would prefer to walk out of this place without losing any blood. You can work out the rest. Welcome to Cottonwood Cove, huh? Well, no offense guys, but this does not feel very welcoming. If this kind of decoration didn't work for Nipton, then it's not gonna work here. I'm still waiting for Satan to super plagiarism, by the way. He really needs to get a move on. I'm surprised we got this far into the turf without getting jumped on from all sides. Maybe the guards are asleep or something. Whipping slaves all day long must be exhausting work.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
What business? Ha! Why don't you ask this little beauty right here? It's got Caesar's face on it!
You wear the mark of Caesar. You must be who Cursor Lucalis is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
Man, you guys are way too uptight. Your leader's gonna have a hell of a job convincing me to switch sides. Fun fact, I don't actually give a shit what you tolerate. Seriously though, guys, just use your common sense, okay? You don't have to smile at them or try to make small talk. Do your best not to clench your teeth or fidget with your weapons. And
True to Caesar.
you stay the fuck away from me. As I was saying, politeness is optional here. Don't show your contempt too much and we should do just fine. Let me see now. Elaborate headdress, overconfident posture, standing above all the other dicks here. So, I guess you must be the head of dicks.
A profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucalis is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar.
Ah, so I guess you won't be joining us. Not surprising. I guess you think you're too important to honor the likes of me with your presence.
Of course I am, you fool. I am a Centurion. When Vulpes and Kulta drove the NCR from Searchlight by clever means, Caesar himself ordered me to set up this camp and harass the profligates. It's a modest presence, a single finger of the Legion reaching across the river's narrows. But with me here, it has an iron knuckle.
Oh yes, it's very impressive. So much so that I can only reach within shooting distance before I got intercepted by your man just now. And I kinda guessed what rank you are, by the way. I have seen that outfit before, believe it or not.
It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors.
Yeah, you know, I think I might have seen that before on a corpse. It was either that or on a captive. I can't remember. Either way, it was definitely caked in the owner's blood. And why isn't your armor stained by blood, by the way? Have you not seen any action recently?
As much as the profligates' cowardice will allow. They haven't found the balls to attack us here, but we catch them out on patrols. With 2 contubernia at my command, I've killed and captured 4 times my numbers.
Hey, show me the corpses if you're gonna start throwing that kind of numbers around, okay? I'm just gonna assume you're talking out of your anus otherwise. And if that is the case, please do that in your own time. That kind of smell just doesn't agree with me. Well, I better not keep Cursor, whatever the fuck his name is, waiting. Keep dreaming, buddy.
Wale.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. I wonder if he even understands that language. It could be gibberish for all I know. If all it takes to sound sophisticated is to talk garbage, then I should be the most upper-class person in the wasteland.
Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river.
Yeah, because the people who spoke them originally were so much nicer. Tell that to all the people they killed. I'm pretty sure Caesar didn't invent crucifixion. What a way to go.
I never thought it'd come to this.
Yeah, I bet not. I have to say, I expected to see more slaves here. I guess they will be moved to the other side of the river as soon as possible. Gotta keep that meat grinder fed, right? You know, I've seen packed ramen that are treated better than this. So, what's your story, lady?
Please, sir, take pity on us. Free us, please.
What, in the middle of a Legion fortification and right in front of them? Well, I am flattered you think I could pull that off, but reality can be such a bitch, you know? Oh, well, I guess you would know considering you got caught.
My family was ambushed by a pack of Legion raiders near Searchlight, and Frank ran off, the gutless coward. I have no idea where he is, but at least we're free from his abuse.
Yeah, that's right. Keep thinking those positive thoughts. You're gonna need every last iota of that if you're gonna survive from now on. Go on, tell me more. You're not gonna get another free Samaritan session for quite some time.
Ever since he lost his job a few years back, he hasn't been the same. He took a switch to us for the tiniest things. We were trying to get away when the Legion showed up. I'm glad he ran off like a coward. But slavery wasn't the kind of escape I was looking for.
Yeah, I can imagine. Whatever kind of abuse that guy gave you, I have a feeling it's gonna feel like an extended tickling session compared to what you're about to get. And there's gonna be more than one person doing that to you, I can guarantee that much. Well, cross your fingers that something interesting happens in the next 24 hours or so.
Anything you can do to help, just please get us out of here.
Well, go ahead and make a promise to your family, because I'm certainly not going to. Just start running when shit hits the fan, okay? You think I'm going to carry you or something? If you can run from your husband, then you can run from the Legion. Okay, guys, last chance to turn around. I'm sure Boone can use the company. On the other hand, if you ever wanted to prove how big your balls are, then this is gonna put you in the history books. And yes, I'm also talking to our female companions right now. I don't know if these post-nuclear choir boys realize, but you two have more balls than most of them combined. You hear that, boys? I hope this raft is nice and sturdy, because I don't want it collapsing from the weight of our you-know-what. Oh, don't give me that look. You know how it is.
Awe. True to Kaisar.
Well, floppity-dop to you too.
Awe. Are you ready to head upriver?
Ah, you must be Cursor Insert Gibberish here. Well, I don't know what Mr. and Mrs. Insert Gibberish here were thinking at the time, but I guess no one's gonna have the same name anytime soon.
I am Cursor Lucalis, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
Possibly. I assume you're gonna give me a list of customs and gestures that I'm supposed to respect, but just gonna totally ignore instead. Like bowing. You guys are into that, right?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Kaisar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Kaisar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
Am I supposed to be impressed by that? What kind of honor are you supposed to give to tribal chieftains anyway? Don't you guys just kill them? And dissolute? Of all the things you could call me, you went for that?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
Oh, and I suppose your leader is anything but self-interested. Talk to me again when you grow a pair of eyes and some more gray matter. In fact, let's blow that tiny little mind of yours right now. If I'm so inferior, why is the mighty Kaisar so eager to meet me?
You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Kaisar to take such an interest.
You bet your balls I am! Actually, don't bother. I don't think they're worth that much. Just remember this. Depending on how this meeting goes, I'm either gonna end up as your superior or the man who's gonna cut your fucking head off. Isn't that exciting? Let's go find out.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
Alrighty, but I'm warning you now, if you two try to push us off halfway in some pathetic attempt to drown us, then we will absolutely take bits of you with us. Let's see how well you can swim with a machete stuck between your legs. I'll bet 20 caps on not very well.